The 12 Pyramids of Dwahuti. Pyramid 9, ARTIC the Meltdown. I am EmpressNandi, ordained metaphysician, certified angel therapist, soul healer and teacher, and intuitive, born of a ray beyond the indigo ray. And as always, it is my honor and privilege to serve you. Please give this video a thumbs up, share this video, and comment below. Tell me how you really feel. All of which improves the algorithm for more people to be blessed by this ancient wisdom. Thank you to all of my beloved subscribers. May onks of everlasting life pour into your crown, third eye, throat, and heart chakras directly from the primordial waters. If you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please hit the red subscribe button and the notification bell to stay in the flow of ancient wisdom. Be sure to save my 12 Pyramids of Thoth playlist. Use it daily as guided meditation, deeper and higher in consciousness. Thank you. Now, let's get into it. There does exist a pyramid above the Arctic whose purpose is balancing the poles of the planetary grid and of consciousness. Once frozen in time, now melting down and shifting on all levels. The keeper of this pyramid is known by the frequency name Sophia Hakmat, creator of all knowledge and wisdom. Sophia creates an ever-expanding body of knowledge flowing through the consciousness matrix where souls experience. There, they may study the natural laws of creation, then learn and develop their abilities to think and understand that which is occurring in their realities. For it is in Sophia's matrix that the souls understand the connection of all things to this matrix, to the 12 pyramids, and to the central source that acts as a hub in the center of all of this. The creational energy that gives life to the 12 pyramids and all that create as expressions of the geometric design. Within this frozen monolith, one understands how a soul is created and how that soul can manifest in many realities at the same time, taking knowledge from the matrix with each experience. Within this pyramid, one can create and access great wisdom by a mere thought. And that thought is linked to all other thoughts, which bind the souls together. And that in 1 nanosecond of your timeline, all information is learned and understood by all. It is now time to travel to the halls of knowledge. Created within this pyramid of ice and light, you will combine your mind and consciousness with the matrix. Then you will understand all things in your world. Follow me now to Pyramid 10. Om. Peace. Amen-Ra. This is the commentary portion of the video where we get into some things, break down some things, and contemplate some things. I invite all of you to join in the conversation. If you're just here for the pyramid text, feel free to rewind and meditate again on Pyramid 9, ARTIC the Meltdown. Catch up on Pyramids 1 through 8 with my 12 Pyramids playlist. Now, let's break down the Arctic Pyramid, shall we? What and where is the Arctic? The Arctic is the northernmost region of the Earth. Most scientists define the Arctic as the area within the Arctic Circle, a line of latitude about 66.5 degrees north of the equator. Within this circle are the Arctic Ocean Basin and the northern parts of Scandinavia, Russia, Canada, Greenland, and the U.S. state of Alaska. So, whether frozen fixed or melting and pliable, the Arctic Pyramid balances the polarities of the Earth matrix and its consciousness. I see this from two perspectives. The first being frozen as in balanced, fixed order, natural order, or even oneness. And as we become individualized souls to experience our free will choices, we understand our nature, our power as creators. Once we acknowledge, align with, accept, and actualize our power as creators, we realize that we have the power to change, to alter, to correct, to redirect our previous creations. These free will choices could be seen as the melting of frozen fixed order. What do you think? Another perspective is when frozen in time, things are in control. We as citizens are cooperative. We don't ask very many questions. But as the Arctic ice begins to melt down, in other words, as the citizens begin to wake up and start to use their logical minds, and they start to recall memories of how things were and who they've been, we start to question things. We are less easily controlled and manipulated. We need and want things to make sense. So now we have two forces in conflict, if you will. 3D consciousness and 5D consciousness. 3D Earth and 5D Earth head to head. Will we do the work to elevate our consciousness, balancing the light and darkness within us? Or will we continue to stay continuing in the turmoil that is 3D real IT, reality? There is a need for the Arctic Pyramid system to balance these two polarities. There is also a need for each human soul to do the same. Does Sophia Hakmat, creator of all knowledge and wisdom, act as the unmoved observer? Does she direct the citizens of humanity in the direction of expanded knowledge and wisdom? Or do we eventually direct ourselves there? As I searched for the proper pronunciation of Hakmat, there was very limited information available. However, it was certainly duly noted what I did find by way of research. It is very much an uncanny alignment with what Pyramid 9 states about this frequency known as Sophia Hakmat, creator of all knowledge and wisdom. Words and phrases associated with Hakmat include mystical, symbolic of divine order and wisdom, secret magic, sacred alchemy, forbidden books of Jewish magic, cycle of life, birth, death, resurrection. Quotes associated with the search for Hakmat. God created the world so all should live in pleasantness, that all shall be equal, that one should not lord over the other, and that all may cultivate the land. Another quote associated with Hakmat. The holy earth. If God created the earth, so is the earth hallowed. And if it is hallowed, so must we deal with it devotedly and with care, that we do not despoil it. We are to consider it religiously. Put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standeth is holy ground. Book mentions in my researching Hakmat. The power of language in Jewish Kabbalah and magic. How to do and undo things with words. Kabbalah and mysticism. Kabbalah is derived from the Hebrew root KBL, meaning to receive. Kabbalah also means any tradition received orally. The definition of Kabbalah changed around the 10th century CE to a secret form of received Jewish tradition that dealt with divine names, secret knowledge, hidden wisdom, and the mastery of it. Jewish mystical text and the use of names in Jewish magic. The use of divine and angelic names to gain special powers, cast magic, or even attain unification with God. As more and more of us expand our consciousness, as the Arctic ice continues to melt, we will understand the natural laws, we will align with divine order and divine wisdom, and these will be our ammunition to combat all that collective conscious chose and fixed in 3D physicality that is out of alignment. It is within this matrix that we begin to understand the sacred geometry of 12 around 1. We begin to appreciate the power and the luck of the number 13. We recognize that the one, the all, is always at the center, energizing the surrounding 12. This is the sacred geometry of all creation. Trinities, squares, cubes, circles, lines, angles, points, radius, obtuse, acute, right angles, numbers, patterns, frequency, power. Sacred geometry is another term for the algorithm, matrix, illusion, or simulation that unites and creates all realities. Geometry and mathematical ratios, harmonics, and proportion are found in music, light, cosmology, and nature. Sacred geometry involves sacred universal patterns used in the design of everything in our reality. The Heru cardinal numbers 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. These numbers are derived from the Eye of Heru fractions, ordinal unit fractions, half, fourth, eighth, 1/16, 1/32, 1/64. This pattern represents fractions of a whole, derived by serial halvings. Another very useful sacred geometric pattern is the golden ratio, 1.618. Any of you heard of the Fibonacci sequence? It is a sacred numeric sequence beginning with 0, where each number is the sum of the previous two. 0 plus 1 equals 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 1 plus 2 equals 3, etc. The sequence is 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 144, 233, 377, 610, 987, etc. As the numbers in the sequence get larger and larger, the ratio between them gets closer and closer to 1. 1.618. You may not have heard about the Fibonacci sequence, but you have definitely seen its sacred spiral throughout nature. A universal law of perfection, of divine proportion. Its sacred geometry demonstrated in the cosmos. Astronomer and mathematician Johannes Kepler saw Fibonacci numbers as fundamental to the biological process of self-replication. Kepler went on to devise his 3 laws of planetary motion, and his 3rd law is a direct application of the golden ratio. Fibonacci numbers are about the measurement of time. In Kepler's book, The Harmonies of the World, he illustrated the orbits of the planets on a musical staff. Mercury sings soprano, Earth alto, Mars tenor, Jupiter and Saturn bass. He's not suggesting this music will be heard in space, but the mystery of numbers is part of God's great plan. Mathematics is silent music, and Fibonacci numbers are the orchestra. In nature, we see this silent music in flowers and seeds, in seashells. These sacred measurements are foundational to building sacred structures, temples, mosques, which is the same lineage of Abraham. So in my research of Hakmat, I learned that it is a Greek reference and it refers to a coded language, secret information, held in such an esteem that people not authorized to have the information, that were caught with the information, would lose their lives, be imprisoned, fined, burned at the stake, cursed, or outcasted. Earning, gaining, working for access to secret wisdom, sacred words, sacred power is what the ancient initiations were all about. Gaining virtue, gaining access to levels of secrecy, gaining the keys to wisdom, to unlock sacred chambers, to move closer to mastery of your current efficiency level, power level, graduation level, all of which is an eternal ascent to immortality. We're all here having experiences. We're all linked into the main frame of consciousness. And we are dumping data, if you will, from every experience and every parallel reality. And we are also retrieving data from this main frame of consciousness. We are expanding with the data from this mainframe of omnipotent consciousness. We are melting frozen constructs, melding into other realities, commingling between realities, and it's all within the reality of oneness. All of my other realities affecting this one, and this one affecting all of my other parallel realities, and your realities affecting my realities, and my realities affecting your realities, and all of these realities of all of the other animate and inanimate souls affecting yours and affecting mine, and ours affecting theirs. I pray this video has been a blessing to you. Please watch often. When it comes to ancient wisdom, it is recommended that it be digested a minimum of 10 times, but even 100 times, and each time you receive new layers of wisdom. Share Pyramid 9 with your friends. Check out Pyramids 1 through 12 and my Thoth Pyramids playlist. Please give this video a thumbs up and add your phenomenal commentary below. Do you have a question? Do you have a comment? Do you disagree with something? Would you like to expand upon something you heard in the video? Do you just want to say hey? Drop me a line in the comment section now. Until next time, beloveds. Oh.